can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes on it.
Good morning, everybody. How are we? It is Tuesday, the 17th of January, and it is chilly here in the UK. I'm not going to say cold because there are places that are a lot colder, but for us it's cold. But us Brits moan about the weather all the time. It's either too hot, too cold, too rainy, too windy. We're just big moaners here in the UK. But it is chilly. It's -3 outside. And I can definitely feel it. I am going to be going upstairs to put the heating on because, yeah, it is chilly. But how are we all? Today I'm off work and I'm going grocery shopping, and I said in my last video that I would share my experience of being more frugal with my grocery shopping and sticking to a lower budget. So I thought I would document that and see how I do. I'm taking £60 with me and I'm hoping to bring back some change. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you all along. I did an inventory of what we have here because I'm terrible. There are so many times when I don't do that, or I forget, and I buy duplicates that we've already got. So I have made an inventory list of what we've got and what we need, and going to take it from there. I'm very congested this morning. I do not have a cold. I'm just extremely congested. It's just a norm for me. I'm also not drinking coffee straight away in the mornings at the minute. I've made myself a hot chocolate because I keep getting tired like lunchtime, mid-afternoon. So I'm going to see if not having coffee straight away has an effect. So we'll see. But other than that, it's just a simple little day of homemaking. I don't really have much planned today apart from the grocery shop. Coming home, I've got to hoover and mop the house. And I've got to do some more meal prepping, so maybe we could do that together again. But yeah, the main vlog for this week will be when you'll see this vlog a week later. So the one you will have seen most recently is our raised beds being created. I've been wanting my raised beds for ages and ages, and I'm so excited. So I really, really hope you enjoyed that vlog. The reason why I didn't put the two vlogs together, or this vlog before, is because the last one was very similar to the one I'm filming today. So I didn't want two of the same vlogs together because it'd be boring. I hope that made sense. Anyway, I'm going to take my hot chocolate. Someone has also been fed but also wants cuddles because they've suddenly decided that they like to come and sit on my lap when I'm reading my book. Who could that be, everyone? Arthie! Arthie, say good morning. Good morning to everyone. So should we go upstairs? Should we go upstairs and do some cuddling and reading? Shall we? He's so gorgeous. He's such a good boy. Yeah. So that is what we're going to do, and then I have been doing yoga and a little HIIT workout every day lately, but I don't know if I have the energy. I might just push myself through it and do it. But yeah, anyway, that's what we have planned for today. So I really hope you enjoy it. If you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, just to it just shows me that, you know, you like my videos. And also, if you like my videos, hit the thumbs up and leave me any comments below and I will reply to them. So yeah, we will jump on into the vlog. I'm not going to film the whole reading part of this because you've seen that so many times, but let's go up and get settled, get comfy and cozy, and then I will see you all at breakfast.
Where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
Hello everyone, so I'm back now and I'm ready for the day. If you're wondering what is going on with my jumper, I've actually tied it in like a little knot and tucked it in, because otherwise this jumper is really baggy, and because the dress is quite full, the skirt is quite full, having the baggy jumper, it just doesn't work. But I need a jumper today because it's freezing outside, so yeah, I need a jumper. I'm just about to do the washing up from breakfast, and I thought we would have a little chat about our day today and what we're going to be doing. It's a beautiful frosty winter's morning here in the UK. I think I'm kind of, and I should just enjoy the seasons, but I'm kind of like getting excited for spring when spring isn't even around the corner yet. We are very truly in winter. It's, you know, but spring won't be long. But I just think we shouldn't like wish away the seasons and just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to be summer, and oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to be winter. And because, I mean, I don't know about any of you, but I am guilty of doing that, especially when it's really, really hot this summer, thinking, wow, it's going to be autumn soon and crisp mornings and cozy up. But then when it's winter and it's cold and you can't really go outside and do anything, it's like, gosh, in a few months it'll be spring and then the weather will be getting warmer. And yeah, and I just think we should just start to just enjoy each season and just embrace the seasons instead of wishing them away, because technically we're wishing time away, aren't we? There we go, there's my chat for the day. I had such a delicious breakfast. It keeps me full until lunchtime, which is so great. And I'm doing quite a big meal prep today. I'm doing fresh homemade chicken and noodle soup using a whole chicken. So I'm going to cook a chicken and then once that's cooked, boil it down, strip it down, then boil it to make a broth, and then that's going to be my soup base. So it's going to be a bit of a busy day today. So I am trying to get my house jobs done this morning so that I don't have to do them when I come home. So after I've washed the dishes and tidied breakfast things away, we're going to hoover and mop. Whether I have time to mop, I don't know. I should do. I should have time if I get a move on. But yeah, hoover and mop and dust. So we'll dust first because it doesn't make sense to hoover and then dust, does it? So dust first. I want to clean out the fire as well and sort that out because then it'll be ready for when we want another fire, because I imagine we will tonight or tomorrow because it is going to be cold. So do that, then hoover. And I also want to get the hoovering done this morning before George starts his meetings, because he works from home and he has meetings. So when his meetings begin, I can't hoover. So we'll get all of that sorted. But that's the washing up done. I assume I'm going to need to clear the sink once that's done. And look, I always forget one thing. Thankfully there's still some water in the sink, so I can just wash it up quickly. Okay, right, with that being said, I'm now going to crack on with the house chores before my aunt is on her way to collect me to go and do the grocery shop. And like I've said, I'm trying to keep to more of a frugal budget. With the cost of everything going up in price, it's really tricky, but I'm determined not to, you know, bow down to this. You know, £80 a week on food shopping, groceries in general for 2 people is ridiculous, and I refuse. I'm not doing it. I'm not increasing my budget just because the food prices have gone up. There's got to be another way. So we're going to find out. I am taking an extra £5 because George needs some allergy tablets. So I'm going to be taking £65, but yeah, one of those is for tablets. But anyway, let's crack on. I'm going to transfer this footage onto my laptop and we're going to get the cleaning done.
When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again.
Hello everybody, please excuse the noise. George has got his chicken on to defrost in the microwave. You'll have seen that I've hung some laundry out. It's a beautiful day, albeit cold, but it's the first lot of laundry that I've hung out in 2023. So exciting! Arthie is giving me grief and constantly meowing and wanting attention. And yeah, I've been a bit late. It's 12:30. I haven't even had lunch. I didn't manage to do all of my house chores this morning because my aunt was early, so I was able to hoover upstairs thankfully, but I haven't hoovered down here, I haven't dusted. So, action plan. We're just gonna crack on. But more importantly, coffee. More importantly, how did I do it at grocery shopping? Well, first of all, Asda didn't have everything that I needed on my list, so because of that, the grocery came to Asda came to £49.31, which is brilliant. I did get a whole chicken, which thankfully was £4.40, so that was the price that I predicted because it didn't have a price on it and it was in the wrong place, so I kind of worried about that for a little bit. But yeah, so that was fine. So then my aunt needed to go to B&M. Now B&M, I didn't need anything from B&M. I didn't need to get anything from B&M, but I've been wanting some of these syrups. You would have seen me put some of this in my coffee. Now they do these at Asda, but they're like the branded version. I don't know what the brand is called, but the branded version, £3.25, whereas in B&M this was £1.50 for the same bottle. So I got some of that, But then that was fine. This is what put me over budget because this is George's favourite and I wanted to treat him, so I got him some of this, and this is what put me over budget. So this is the skinny 0 calorie caramel syrup. So yeah, I didn't need those, but it didn't put me over budget by much, so that was okay. And then I had to go to Sainsbury's to get the things that Asda didn't have, so overall I spent £62.74 on the weekly grocery shop. That included washing gel for the washing machine, fabric softener, toilet roll and kitchen roll, and fire lighters. So overall I think I'm pretty happy with that. I do have some change. I have got 1, 2, 3, £4 to go towards next week's, or to put in the grocery pot for next week, so I'll keep that all to one side. Then I have got some change which I'm going to put in our little change pot in the front, or the floor, I also took my aunt out for coffee and I had £2 change from that, so I think I'm going to put that towards the grocery, just pop that in all in the grocery bundle. And yeah, it wasn't much better than last week, which was fantastic. So £62, I'm throwing all my money on the floor. £62 was really great, so I'm really happy with that. And I did still get quite a good amount of things, like I got beef mince and I got a whole chicken, and so I'm really happy with that. Now, I'm going to just pick up all this money from the floor. I'm then going to go get changed because I'm meal prepping this afternoon and I just can't meal prep in this outfit. It just can't happen. So I'm going to go put my joggers on, come back down, put this chicken in to cook, and then make some lunch. So that's going to be the plan. And yeah, and then we'll take it from there. So overall, sticking to a £60 budget, £65 at a max. I didn't think I did too badly. I was quite happy with that. I know I said I wanted to stick to £60 exactly and not go over, but it could have been a lot worse, so I am happy about that. And next week I can strive to do better. I won't be going to B&M to get coffee syrup, that's for sure. So, or if I do, then I can budget it in because it wasn't planned. So just stick to the list. That's what I need to do. But anyway, I'm gonna go finish my coffee, go upstairs and get changed, come back down and pop the chicken in to cook and start meal prepping for lunch. Apologies for the extended noise you may hear now, because I've now just put the washing machine on, forgetting that we're going to have a chat. I'm much better now. I'm ready to meal prep. I'm ready. I've got all my jewellery off. Hair's tied back. It was earlier, but yeah, so I'm ready to do my meal prepping and get all of that sorted. So for lunches this week, we are going to be having curried chickpeas, a curried chickpea Buddha bowl, like I did with the chicken last week, but this week we're going to use chickpeas instead because I'm trying to incorporate one plant-based meal every week to save on cost, but also slightly healthier, I think. So yeah, we're going to do that. I've got the chicken in the oven, that's cooking away for the chicken and noodle soup that I'm going to be making. And yeah, so to be honest, I'm just going to probably put you all on a time lapse and crack on. I'm going to put all this clean dishes away from breakfast and clear all of that and start prepping these ingredients for lunch. We'll do the quinoa first, because that quinoa and chickpeas first, because they'll take the longest, and that's the microwave. Okay, chickpeas and quinoa first because they'll take the longest, and prep all the veggies, and then it will be nice to sit down and have something to eat. I'm also doing the peanut sauce that I did last week as well. So yeah, that will be delicious. I may do the peanut sauce, or I may try, I've got balsamic glaze, so I may try that. That might be quite nice. I do love that peanut sauce though. I'm so addicted to that stuff. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to clear all the dishes away and start on the meal prep. Gosh, what time is it? It's 1:45. I'm hoping I've done all of the meal prep by to 1:30, 2. I want to be sat down eating my lunch at 1:30, so I'm going to crack on. And the chicken soup is going to take a few hours because once the chicken is cooked, I'm going to shred the chicken, get all the meat off the bones, then put the bones into a pot of boiling water with some stock and some seasoning and make a broth. So that's going to take about 3 hours to do that. So if only life was slightly easier, but never mind, it'll be fun. So we're going to crack on, and then I think for the rest of the day I'm actually going to do nothing. So I'm not going to go through the whole process of how I prepared my main salad, so the quinoa and the kale, because you saw that in my last video, and I will link that below or down or above for you all to see. I will start and show you how I prepare my chickpeas. So the first thing I do is I drain the chickpeas and rinse them with some nice cold water, purely because sometimes the juice that they're sat in can make it quite gassy, so I tend to just rinse them all through and start from there. So I just give them a good wash. To a bowl, I then add some mild curry powder, then I add some ground turmeric, and then finally I added some mild chili powder. Now this is optional, you can just even leave it with the curry powder, but I like to add the turmeric because turmeric is good for you, although fresh turmeric I think is better. I then added some salt and some pepper and gave it all a good mix so all the chickpeas were coated in those spices. To a baking tray, I added all the chickpeas and made sure they were evenly spread out so they could all roast evenly. And then I popped them into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, checking on them, and then I mixed them up with a spoon and put them back in for a further 10 minutes to roast so they're all crunchy. Then obviously with my kale, obviously I wash it like you saw in my previous video, and today instead of a lemon I'm adding a lime to my kale. It was really nice. I don't think I noticed a massive difference whether I used a lemon or a lime, but it was still quite tasty. And like I've done before, I give it a really good massage just to make it a bit more softer to eat and also less sharp or less that tart taste with kale. I then think of future me, and obviously I'm plating up myself some lunch, but also lunch for work the next day. So I won't have to do this later on, which I was very thankful for. And yeah, I could just relax and enjoy later. I didn't end up making my peanut sauce on this occasion. I used balsamic glaze and mayonnaise, which were equally as delicious, but I definitely think when I make my next batch of quinoa salad, I will be making my peanut sauce because I'm just addicted to that stuff and it's so good. Finally, I added some roasted peppers and onions, and that was it. I'm now going to let you enjoy the rest of this video, and I will be back later when we cook the chicken and noodle soup.
I should be the last to know.
Hello everybody, so I've just had my lunch. You'll have seen me plate it up for myself and it was so delicious. I definitely needed it, and it's going to give me enough energy to carry on about my afternoon. I had it at 1:30 and I've sat for the last half an hour just enjoying that. I had a satsuma and one of these little snack bars, one of these skinny bars which are really tasty. There's a pudding, and now we're going to start preparing the chicken broth. Now, the chicken broth is going to take 3 hours to be ready. So I've just cooked the chicken, the timer has just gone off, so I'm going to get the chicken out of the oven, shred it, and then I'll keep the meat in here and let it cool. And then the broth I'm going to put in a big like a pot pan, and get that ready to do its thing. So, and then I'll have chicken noodle soup, fresh chicken noodle soup for dinners. So I'm going to set you up. Once the chicken broth is on the hob and it's cooking, I'm then going to dust the house, hoover down here and mop, and then that will be done. So if I start the broth, say like at 2:30, it should be ready at 5:30, and that will be the perfect time to have my tea. So there's only one slight problem I have though. One slight problem. He's fast asleep. Arthie. But I'm sure in a few moments when I get the chicken out, he'll suddenly wake up. So I'm going to put you guys back on a time lapse, probably going to do a voiceover with these recipes just so I can talk you through what I'm doing, and so it's not just to music, which hopefully you enjoy. And yeah, let's make homemade chicken noodle soup. Once the chicken has cooked, I take it out of the oven, and then with the juice that's left, I add that to the pot in which I'm going to make the base of the soup, or the broth. I then cut off the chicken legs and wings, take as much of the meat off as I can, and then add the bones to the pot or the pan. As you can see, I have a friend, Arthur. I start shredding the chicken, getting as much of the meat off as I can, and once you've done this process, you should have hopefully just the base of the chicken or the chicken carcass. And once that's done, you want to add the whole thing like you're seeing here, into the pan, because this is going to make the base of your chicken broth. I then pop that chicken there into the fridge or just to the side to cool down. Once the chicken carcass is in there, I add in 2 to 3 cloves of garlic which have been lightly chopped. I then add 2 carrots roughly chopped, and then 3 sticks of celery. The recipe for this soup in particular is from the BBC Good Food website, which I will link below. I will also link the recipe, as in I will write it out and leave it below for you to have a look at. I will leave that in the description box or the comment section as well, whichever you choose to look at, or you can cook along with me in this video. It's said to use 1 whole onion, but because this onion was ginormous, I just used half, purely because, oh well, that was absolutely plenty. So I just used half of this onion and got most of it on the floor. Well, just a little bit. Once I added the main parts of the ingredients, I added 2 litres of water, 2 chicken stock cubes, and some seasonings. So it was salt, pepper, mixed herbs. I think I used oregano and then just an Italian mixed herb seasoning, and then it was ready to go onto the pan, onto the hob rather. Now I put this on the hob and it took about 3 hours to make it into the chicken broth that I wanted. Towards the end I added in some soy sauce as well, so that's a little extra for you. I finished all my jobs that I wanted to do and I'm officially exhausted. So it's 3:30. I'm now just going to sit I'm going to sit down in the front room, put some YouTube on, and just sit and relax because Arthie, I'm tired. So, I'm going to take off this apron until I need it when the soup is ready. The chicken broth smells incredible, so that's great, but I've got a pair of tights on underneath my joggers as well, so it's very restricting, but it's warm, so that's good. But I want to make a nice cup of tea. I think I want to have an Earl Grey. I'm going to have an Earl Grey decaf, chocolate biscuit, and I'm just going to sit down and watch some TV and do some calligraphy to regain my energy. But it's been very productive, and yeah, so let's make a cup of tea and go and sit down and relax. I need to wash my hair tonight. I will wash it. I'll be okay. Well, I just need to sit down for an hour and then I'll be fine. And let the chicken broth cook away on the stove, and then that'll be ready too, and I can put in my chicken and my noodles and my vegetables and it will be so delicious. So yeah, let's go for now and make a cup of tea. Hello everyone, it's quite a lot later now, it's dark now, well, it's 5:15, and the temperature has dropped, so homemade soup is going to be the perfect solution. The chicken broth is finished, so I thought I'd try a little bit on camera. It's really hot, so I'm just trying to cool it down. I've also had to take my eye makeup off because my eyes really do sting sometimes, whether it's the mascara, I'm not too sure, but we have no eye makeup on at the moment, so let's try a bit of the main base of the soup. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Perfect. That's turned out perfectly, everybody. Yay. Okay, so what we have to do now is drain the soup, drain the carcass of the chicken. Then I'm going to put it back on the hot. Well, actually, no, I don't think I am now. I think I'm going to try and salvage the vegetables that are in there. Keep the vegetables, just make sure there are no bones from the chicken. Then pop a bit of my grated chicken on there. And that's my tea. I have to put the noodles in there. So, okay, drain it, cook it, shove the noodles in, shove the chicken in. Okay, let's crack on. I'm so excited. This is so nice. If you are interested and want the recipe, I'll write it in the description box below for you, so check that out if you are interested. But that has turned out so well. Okay, let's finish it off. And we're back. I'm just about to put on my pinny so we can finish off this chicken noodle soup. So I need to make sure there are no bones in the soup, so I'm actually straining it with a sieve, which was extremely time consuming, but this is what the soup looked like after it had been boiling on the stove on a medium heat for 3 hours. It was so delicious, it was just so great. I then added in my noodles. I just used the Asda's spicy and rich noodles, which gave it a really nice flavour. and then the rest of the chicken meat I decided to add the whole lot in, just mix it all up, and then I could store it in a container and in the fridge for the week. And this was such a delicious, heartwarming soup. It was so good, and also very healthy, really, because there's everything in it is really healthy. There's nothing bad in it. So yeah, I really hope you make some of your own. Let me know if you do, and if you enjoyed this little cook along with me, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching my videos, as always.
Trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the...
George is just off to the gym. I have my soup. I've got it in one of these little bowls because I think there'll be less chance of me spilling, and then I can come and get seconds. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy this soup while George goes to the gym. Then I'm going to have a bath and wash my hair and relax and get an early night before work tomorrow. So with that, everybody, I will bid you all farewell. I'm just making sure George is okay out there. I can't actually see. But yes, I'm going to bid you all farewell. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like my meal prepping videos and what I plan and prep for the week, then do let me know, because I'll film more for you. So yeah, but I really do enjoy doing them. Even if they do exhaust me, I do really like it. So let me know what you think. If you want any of the recipes from today's video, I will leave them in the description box, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Have a great start to the week, and I will see all of you lot next Sunday. Bye!
I really wanna know,